Hello, this is Chad over at IHTHT.com, and I just wanted to tell you a little bit more about our current product that we're featuring today. It is the Garmin Nuvi 255 widescreen GPS with touchscreen. This is one of those items that you literally do have to have. I mean, it's the type of product that you might not have realized that you needed it so badly until you get it, and then you're going to wonder how you ever lived without it. It's going to take all the stress out of traveling or going to some place you're unfamiliar with or anything like that. It takes all the stress out and just makes it fun. All those arguments about stop for directions, I don't need directions, all that's out the window because you have your GPS, you got your own little navigator there that doesn't talk back, doesn't backseat drive, doesn't talk bad about you, nothing like that. So anyways, it takes about all the stress out of that. So that in itself is a reason to pick up a GPS, any GPS. The reason why you need this GPS is the fact that it's so full of features, but to me it's backed by Garmin, the trusted name in GPSs. It's the name that you want to go by. They're going to be around for a long time. You don't have to worry about going with a generic brand company that are they going to have their satellites this or their maps updated that. Garmin's going to be here, the most trusted name brand. So I really suggest if you're going to go with a GPS, go with Garmin. And this particular model, some of the great features about it is, first of all, it's a touchscreen. You don't want to have to worry about hitting little buttons on the side of the GPSs for some of the more inexpensive models. Touchscreen, you breeze through all the directions, you breeze through everything, the points of interest, how do you do this and that, and it makes things a lot easier. The points of interest on this is very detailed. The points of interest, if you've never gone through a GPS, is what points of interest is I want to find a restaurant, so maybe I'll click on points of interest on the thing. I'll just touch it, and it brings up what kind of restaurants. I'm in a mood for Italian tonight, so it brings up all the Italian restaurants in the area that you are in and how close they are to you. So whether you're looking for a long drive that day, whether you want somewhere within the next quarter mile, it'll tell you. And is it east, west, wherever. If you're traveling, say I'm on the interstate, and I'm hungry, and I'm really in the mood for Chick-fil-A. I love Chick-fil-A. And I want to know when the next one's going to be, see if I can hold out for it. I pull up the points of interest. You can find a Chick-fil-A on my current route of where I'm headed. It will make sure that it'll pull up a Chick-fil-A or any restaurant or any movie theater, gas station, bathroom, anything you want, ATM, anything along your current route. It's very handy. I use that kind of thing all the time and make sure you're not going way out of the way and even Timbuktu trying to find your favorite restaurant. Let's see what else it's got. Oh, the text-to-speech. Well, you see, all GPSs talk to you. They'll tell you turn left in 1.2 miles. But a lot of GPSs out there, you got to make sure when you're looking for a GPS that you get one that says turn left on street name. So if you need to turn left on, say, Pacific Highway, it's going to say turn left on Pacific Highway. That way you're not worrying about did I turn right on the left one, the right street, or you know what I'm getting to say here. That's very important. So whenever you're looking for a GPS, make sure you get one with the actual street names that are being announced to you. And this particular one, like I said, does have that feature, and it's very, very, very important. In fact, that's probably the #1 most important feature there is. It's a widescreen, so you get a full range of view. It's not a little tiny square. This is a 4.3-inch monitor on this thing, and it's plenty big to see. It's got ultra bright, so you can even see this thing in the glares of the sunlight. So direct sunlight, you're not going to have a problem with being able to see and read what you're trying to see. We've gone over the points of interest. That's very important. Another cool feature on this thing is toll and different route avoidance. Say you go to work every single day and you've been hitting the tolls, and you're like, well, that's the easiest way to go. Well, maybe. Is it the easiest way to go? Maybe there's a shorter way that doesn't even involve tolls. You can figure that out just by saying avoid tolls on the GPS, and it will take you a route that does not have tolls on it. So that's a great money saver. But other than that, the funny thing is, when I first got my first GPS, I got it, and I've been living in the same city forever, and I thought I knew the shortcuts, I thought I knew my back ways, I thought I knew where I was going. And the funny thing is, I put in some of the things here, like, oh yeah, take me to Walmart. Take me the fastest route to Walmart. And it would take me a route that I never even really knew existed in my own town, and it would save off time. It would get me there quicker, and usually at a less traffic too, because a lot of people just don't know about the routes. And if you're traveling, say you're flying somewhere, this is portable. yank it out of your car, throw it in your suitcase, your carry-on, whatever it is, take it with you, plug it into the rental car, and now the city is like you've lived there your entire life because your GPS knows anytime you are, it knows where you are. It can get you anywhere you need to be. So there's no more wondering, where am I? How am I going to get to the hotel? How am I going to find my way back to the airport? Nothing. It's all figured out for you. Say you're in a big city and you need to walk around. Well, this thing works on foot too. So you pull it out of there, it's lightweight, fits in your pocket if you needed to, and you put it in a restaurant if you're walking around New York City. You don't have to figure out what blocks you're going to. You don't have to worry about that. You just put them where you're going, and it'll take you there on foot too. It's very it's very convenient. Again, it's one of those things you really do need to have. But aside from all the essentials, like I just went over, a couple of neat little things too. It has like a picture viewer, so if you want to throw in, it takes SD cards, so you can throw a little SD card in there, upload some pictures to it, and you can show people your pictures. So it's a little photo album to go as well. It's got like a world clock on it, a measurement converter, currency calculator and converter. The features on this thing is, I mean, endless. If you want to hear more about that type of stuff, look down there at the video right below this one, and it takes you through a more technical view of how everything works. And anyway, I'm not going to talk your ear off. I just really think if you don't have a GPS, get a GPS. It's one of those things that you're going to say, man, this was like the best investment I have ever made. It's probably the top 10 purchase I've ever made in my life was a GPS. I'm not being over dramatic here. It's just that good. Anyways, you can get it here at IHTHT.com for a fraction of the price of the normal retail price, and pick up this GPS or a GPS anywhere, and you will be very glad you did. Yeah, thanks for listening to me yap on and on about this thing. I just love it. Anyways, you have a great day, and thanks again for visiting IHTHT.com.